Okay. Hi. Little. I don't really know how to. We can just leave that there. Little sprinkles from Sprinkles. I remember my sister running in the room, screaming and spitting. Her blonde hair and two pigtails just gracefully bobbing up and down as she ran around the room like she was on fire. She wasn't on fire. Something much worse had happened. Her cat had finally had it. My sister could never have been accused of being the kindest pet owner. She had the touch of Elmira Duff, you know, from Tiny Toons Adventures. The kung fu grip of an action figure. She would drag that poor cat around the yard, dress it in doll clothes, and repeatedly squeeze it to the point you thought its eyeballs would just pop out. This went on for months. That poor cat would see her and automatically freeze. I secretly hoped it would run away just so it could get some peace and quiet. But that day, something amazing happened. My sister was dragging the cat around, taped to her red wagon. Yes, taped. She ran around the yard in her pretty dress, fancy hair, and hell wagon in tow all day long. Finally, when it was time to come in the house, she ripped Sprinkles from the wagon seat and began to hug and squeeze and love and hold that cat until it bellowed. This time, the cat didn't scratch. It didn't try and wiggle away. It had a different plan. When she raised the cat high in the air above her head, looking up at its shaggy, rough, and war-torn little furry body, mouth open wide, telling Sprinkles how much she loved him. Right then and there, Sprinkles showed her how much he loved her. He started to shit and piss in her mouth. In shock, she just held him up in the air long enough for her to swallow just a little. She dropped Sprinkles. He ran for the woods. She began spitting, crying, and rubbing her face in panic. This only smeared a little bit of Sprinkles all over her. When she ran into the house, she could barely make a coherent word, much less even explain what happened. But as soon as my mother stopped her from running and smelled her, she knew. All she could do was start laughing at her little Elmira Duff. We never saw Sprinkles again. My mother said Sprinkles and my cat Bowtie had packed their bags and run away together because of how my sister mistreated Sprinkles. That was a lie I believed until I was 18, but that's a different story.